Hello friends, so now we are back again with models, and today we will have semi-models. We have seen pure models, we have seen also marginal models, and now like need, then ought to, and dare, and now we have semi-models. Semi-models, first one is for advice. For example, had better. Had better. Something you have come across, or had best. Had better or had best. Now this is a semi-model for advice, isn't it? And this can be contracted with the pronouns you had better. See that? Or you at best. Or just sometimes, this pronoun is omitted, better. Is better or best, that can be. You can omit that. For example, you say, you are better go home. So you are sick now. Suppose you come to me and say that, sir, I am sick, I am not feeling well. Then I will say, you are better go home. Or I can say, better go home. Or best go home. Same. Better and best, interchangeable. So that is an advice given to you. You are better obey your parents. You are better obey your parents. You had better or just said better obey your parents. Then the other thing is understood. Or you can shorten it now. I told you, you are better. You are better. You are better. You are best. Understand? You are better. What do you say? You should say, do your exercise. You do your physical exercise every day. Otherwise your stomach will come out like an umbrella. See, you are better. It's an advice. Yes, you are better. Respect your parents. It's better, no? Or best to respect your parents. You are better. Respect your parents. See that? You are better. Meet me tomorrow. Today I have no time. You are better. Meet me tomorrow. That's an advice. So you are better go to church or temple or any religious place on Sundays. You had better go. Because that will be good for you, for your spiritual growth. Understand? But sometimes your better can be accompanied by warning. Kind of warning, you can say. You can say like that. You better take your raincoat. You had better take your raincoat. It will rain. Warning. You had better take your raincoat. See that? Then you go for examination and say, you had better take 2 pens with you. 2 or 3 pens with you, and 1 instrument box. Don't take 2 instrument boxes. Yes, that's not required. It's that warning again. For fluency in English, you had better read the Hindu newspaper every day. It's a kind of warning, not an advice to say. There is slight meaning of warning. So even sometimes there can be a threat also, threat involved, so that you had better obey the principle. Otherwise, what will happen? Out. That's a threat. You are better. You are better obey your authorities. Otherwise, yes. You are better refrain from committing sins. Otherwise, you will go to hell. Understand? Means don't commit sin. So there is a threat there. Warning in this case, for example, if there is, then you look, then you see the sky is overcast with clouds. Then you say you are better carry an umbrella. So it's a kind of warning. These are extended meanings. Extended meanings of these extended meanings. The basic meaning of had better or had best is advice. You had better do it. You had better do it. It's simple, isn't it? Yes. You had better. So that is first semi-model. Now the second semi-model, these are simple things for you. That's why I am just going through. That is have to. Second is have to. Have to for necessity and obligation. Necessity and obligation. Can be necessity or obligation. See, for example, something that you have to do. You have to come tomorrow. You can substitute, sorry, You can also, that's interchangeable with the must and the should. You should come tomorrow. You have to come tomorrow. You have to come tomorrow. So that is kind of obligation, isn't it? Or what you say? Necessity. You have to. You have to. You have to go to you have to go to school every day. You have to go. It's a necessity, an obligation. Understand? So you have to look after your parents. That is obligation. You have to look after your parents. See that? And when you are, suppose you have to make a question with this, then you have to say, you have to do, insert do. For example, do we have to? Do we have to go to? Do we have to go to church? To church every day. Do we have to? If you want to make a question, an interrogative sentence with have to, then you have to do like that. Do we have to? Do we have to do exercise every day? No. 5 days a week. That's enough. 5 days a week regular exercise will that will keep you fit. Understand? Do we have to do? Yes. Do we have to complete all the exercises by tomorrow? Your composition by tomorrow? Do we have to? That's the thing. Understand? If it is future necessity, will we you have to use will. Will we have to? Will we have to? Will you have to? Will he have to? Any? Will he have to? Yes. Will we have to come every day? Come every day? That is future necessity. Questions you have to use do. Do we have to? Do you have to? So, do you have to work every day? From morning 7 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock? Do you have to? That's necessity. See? Do you have to night? Do you have to work at night? Do you have to do overtime every day for supporting your family? Necessity. Understand? Necessity. Do we have to write all the imposition today itself? That is obligation. That's obligation. Right? Yes. Necessity and obligation. If it is future, you have to say, will we have to? Have to can be changed, he has to. He has to, we have to, you have to, he had to. Past tense will be he had to, had to. So this undergoes change, like past will be had to. Third person is has to. All the other persons have to. Question will be do you have to. And future will be will you have to. Will you have to? Will he have to? Will she have to? You can be. That's one question. Understand? Necessity and obligation. Understand? Yes. Necessity you can see, and it has got extended meanings like, for example, inferred probability. If you say, when you look at an old man, he has to be 70. He has to be 70. Looking at his face, you say, he has to be 70. That is an inferred probability. Most of these models have got inferred probability. By looking at the probability, yes. By looking at the person, he has to be. Or when the train comes, you hear the whistling sound of the star. It has to be 5:30 train. It has to be 5:30. So that's a kind of what we should say inferred possibility. His time is 5:30 and you hear the whistling sound and the people are all standing there on the platform. Then you say it has to be. It has to be 5:30. Maybe the Island Express may be coming late as usual, but may not be. Then you say it has to be. So the inferred possibility is there. And then polite insistence. That is also another extended meaning of this. Polite insistence. Polite insistence. That you say, no, for example, you go to your mother and say, you have to forgive me. I have done something wrong. You have to forgive me. So that is polite insisting here. You are my mother and I am your son, so you have to forgive me. So that is polite. That is not a necessity or obligation. See the difference. You don't tell your mother that it is necessary for you to forgive me. or it is an obligation for you to forgive me. No? That is a polite insistence. Or you want to get some money from your mother, you have to give me 100 rupees. I have to go for you have to give me 100 rupees. I have to go for a picnic. I have to go for a picnic is necessity. And you have to give me, that is polite insistence. Oh, you have to. See, that is the way you do. Okay, so we have got have to for necessity and obligation. Necessity, we have already seen. You have to come every day at 9:30. That is obligation. You have to come. Necessity, you have to read your lessons every day. That is necessity. Otherwise, what will happen? You'll fail. So then extended meaning is, one is inferred probability. So you see the bell rings at 9:30 exactly, and you didn't see your teacher, but you see somebody getting down from the bus. Then you will say, it has to be so and so. You know that exact time he will be coming. So that is inferred probability. And then, or you see, for example, you go home. Your father is absent for 30 days. He has gone for some business purposes outside. And you do not get the information about it. And one day you are coming back home. Then you hear a sound like your father's sound. Then, it has to be my father. That is inferred probability. Maybe it's your uncle, but you say it has to be my father. That is probability. Then polite insistence. That with your sister, suppose you go to your sister and say you want to get 200 rupees for purchasing some, let's say, mobile phone. And our parents won't give you. So, sister, you have to give me. Sister, you have to give me. So that is polite insistence. Understand? Yes. So have to, and I told you, for questions you have to insert do, and for future you have to, what have you to do? You have to, but we must say, will, okay. Then you have got the next, third is, the simple ones that I have got. See that? So you have, for example, you say, he had got, you have to, and that can be, in the had, there is another expression, had got to. Had got to. See that? Have got to, had got to, has got to, etc. Same as have to. Same as have to. Same. Both are same. See that? But there is a difference, a slight difference, and that difference is this. With the have got to, you cannot use may, will, see that, or might, other auxiliaries. For example, have to, you can say, he may have to. He may have to go. He may have to go. Or he will have to go. He will have to go. Or he might have to go. He might have to go. But you cannot say, you may have got to go. See that? If you say like that, that is awkward now. That will be an English sentence. If you say that, you may have, you may have had, you may have got to go. This is not accepted. You may have got to go, you will have got to go, you might have got to go, he may have got to go, he may have got to go, she may have got to go. Not accepted. That means you cannot have may or will or might before, but on the other hand, the other one you can have. See, he may have to go, quite alright. He will have to go, but you cannot say he will have got to go. That you cannot say. That is all the difference. Otherwise, both are the same. So why do you want to use such a? You can be quite happy with the other one have to. Understand? And now you have got what is called another semi-modal, that is obligation is supposed to. Supposed to is it. But supposed to has a very something implied in supposed to. See, that is used as supposed to. See, like this. That is the first is, what is the first one? That is had better or had best. That is for advice, isn't it? Secondly, obligation have to or had to, etc. And also have got to, had got to. And then you know this this second. And now third one is supposed to. Supposed to. Be supposed to. Be means is on or was where. So the obligation. But this obligation is, as you can see, the principle is, you can say, the principle is supposed to put the results on the notice board. So that means there is a kind of what we must say, understanding. See, the principle is supposed to put the results on the notice board. See the difference. Now this is also obligation. Supposed to is for obligation. But what is the difference? You can see. If you say the principle has to, and also the principle supposed to, means supposed to in the sense that there is already a tradition, for example. Implied is a custom or a tradition or an understanding. Something is understood. Understand? Say, every Christian is supposed to go to church on Sunday. Not have to go, but supposed to go. Means there's an understanding. As per the laws of the church, or your belief, or your faith, you have to go. That is supposed to. Understand? There is something, what we must say is understood. See that? The teachers are supposed to conduct at least 2 test papers a month. Not the teachers have to. Then the meaning changes. Supposed to means according to the rules of the school regulations, the teachers should do it as a thing. Custom. Or that is the tradition, or that is the tradition of this school. In this school, we are supposed to have interview with parents of the students every month. So every month the parents will come and they will talk and they will know about the progress of the students. Listen. So these are semi-models of had better, had best, that is for advice. Already you have seen this advice mainly, or it is also possible inferred probability. Had best, that is advice. Isn't it? Warning and threat is involved. Extended. If you say, you are better take an umbrella. So very season. Threat, you are better obey your parents, otherwise you will be in trouble. Have to, have got to same, but have got to has some restrictions. What is it? Other, it cannot be preceded by other models like may, will, and might. So that you can say might have to, you might have to go. You might have, but you cannot say you might have got to, or you might have got to. That you cannot say. Supposed to obligation, but it has got to that meaning. Understand? So therefore we have only, as you have understood very well, so there we have only one class on semi-models. Understand? Otherwise we would have continued in the next class also. But things are very clear to you, and therefore just one class will do. Okay. So we have now discussed pure models, then marginal models, and also we have seen the semi-models. Now we have something more to do, and that is some pure models for expression of future time, like will, shall, and so on. That you will see do tomorrow. Today you have done very well, and you have understood it well. So if you have understood, as I always say, subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe. Okay, then that will be okay. So till we meet next time. Bye.